Welcome back to another episode of Britt and Nick Do the News, Halloween edition. We'll start out with some of our own ghost stories, as well as our favorite Halloween celebrations. And then we'll take you down the top 10 most haunted places in America, as well as Brittany's list of fun Halloween facts. And then we'll wrap it up with some favorite Jelly Belly combinations for y'all to try out. So stay tuned till the end. Let's jump right to it with some ghost stories, Brittany. I feel like you've experienced some crazy things throughout your life, but nothing lives longer in your memories than a scary ghost story. So has anything ever happened to you that you'll just never forget?
You are correct, Nick. When it comes to ghost stories, I have a good one. So I want to say it's about 15 years ago. I was coming back from Frederick, Maryland, our hometown. I was driving back to Morgantown, West Virginia, where I currently resided at that time. And I was going good. It was late night driving, as always. I always took it to the max when it comes to leaving. So pushed it probably to about midnight. So I was rolling through about 2:30 in the morning. As I passed over the Cheat Lake Bridge, I was feeling very tired the entire ride. I mean, I was super sleepy, eyes closing, had to keep opening the windows, all that. Mind you, it was like wintertime. When I crossed over the Cheat Lake Bridge, I was super awake, like more awake than I'd ever been in my entire life. I got freezing cold and the hairs on my back of my neck, they stood all the way up. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever's clever. Hey, as long as I can pick it up, make it home, I'll be goody. Well, I made it home. I pulled into the driveway and I noticed that every single other of my roommates' vehicles were gone. So nobody was there. And I knew one or two of them were going to be gone, but I didn't realize that everyone was going to be gone. I was like, okay, weird, but understood. So I obviously had a lot of luggage. I overpack and I'm not sorry about it, but I went into the house and it felt a little off, but nothing too crazy. I turned on a few lights, dropped off some of my bags, and went out to get the rest of my stuff. When I came back in, different lights were turned on as opposed to the ones that I had originally turned on, and some of my luggage had been moved. So I was kind of like, okay, that's weird. So I'm looking around. I'm like, well, maybe someone's car's missing, but they're here. So I'm hollering. I'm like, okay, anyone here? No one's answering. I'm just like, all right, whatever. It's probably just my mind making a mistake. I'm fine. Go out to my car, come back in. And it appears that everything has been moved around again. I'm like, okay, whatever. You're probably just stoned. Just leave it alone and lie down. Well, when I'm lying down, I just get into my bed with my shoes on and my winter coat. And I'm just like, I'll be cool as long as they don't touch me. And I said that out loud. I was like, hey, as long as you don't touch me, I'll be fine. Just please do not touch me. Because then I started to feel something there. I was like, okay, no, there is a presence. I want to say about 5 minutes goes by. I'm goody. I'm starting to relax. I'm like, maybe I could fall asleep. All of a sudden, they start touching me. No joke. Like all over my legs, all over my arms. I was like, that's it. I threw back the blanket and stomped out and pretended to be mad. But inside, I was horrified. Like I was showing anger, but I was feeling a lot of fear. So yeah, that was my ghost story. And I just went over to my other friend's house and I was like, can I spend the night here? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And I slept on his couch because I was horrified. I was like, I'm not going back to that house without anyone there. And I never did.
Whose house was it?
It had been an old house, like probably built in like the 1920s or 30s, but had been redone. And it actually become a halfway house in between. So it kind of had like illuminated exit signs and push bar doors. So it was a little odd. So maybe it was some trapped spirits from the in between the rehab scene. I'm uncertain. The basement was really creepy. It had like this weird cellar with like all this writing on it. So it probably was a lot of spirits, but usually I was consuming spirits. So I didn't know the difference. But when I was in there by my lonesome, I knew the difference. I felt it. And I did not return until I knew other people were at the house. And it was on Winsley Street in Morgantown, West Virginia, in a neighborhood called South Park.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
even the back roads of West Virginia can be super creepy. So I am not surprised by this story whatsoever.
Total freak out.
Shoot. I mean, my ghost story, it takes me back to my childhood. We had a house in Southern California, San Juan Capistrano, Horseshoe Bend to be exact. And we're going to guess that the house was built on an Indian burial ground because next door, our neighbor had a few stories. Her daughter had woken up in the middle of the night to some Indian man at the end of her bed. And by Indian, I mean Native American. I don't want to be rude here or politically incorrect. But yes, Indian, Native American at the end of her bed. And she screamed. The thing jumped up and ran out her door. So that was the first time they had seen some type of spirit in their house. Another one was they walked into their living room and there was this misty apparition of a Native American woman with a huge headdress on. And the longer they looked, she dissipated in the air and disappeared. So there was a couple encounters on their end. But for me, our house just had bad vibes. Horrible. I could never sleep comfortably in my room. And I had the second biggest room in the house, but I preferred my brother's bunk bed over that one just because I just never felt comfortable. Well, when my sister was born, she actually took the room over. And one night, my mom had heard her crying a little bit. And usually she would let herself soothe and go back to sleep. But the cry was a little muttered and she was a little nervous. So she went in, and when she looked at the baby in the crib, she had ballerina slippers wrapped around her neck, suffocating her. And this is crazy because these slippers were hung up across the room. And I promise y'all, it wasn't me who did it. So totally creepy. And my mom's just grateful that she went and checked out the baby that night. But yeah, other little occurrences, there were always fires in the microwave and in the oven. So anytime we were cooking food, and not every single time, it would just combust into flames. One time, my house cleaner was just so horrified and sick of the nonsense that she basically cast the spirit out in the name of Jesus Christ. And since that day, we never had a fire in the microwave or in the oven anymore. So those were just some random childhood occurrences. But I'd say in my later years, we try to get into some spooky areas. Gettysburg is known to be haunted. So one of my best friends, Ashley, and her cousin, Mary Grace, we actually went up to Gettysburg in the middle of the night. You know, kids, they don't have anything else to do. So we were driving around the battlefield, had actually run into some paranormal investigators and followed them around for a little bit. And one of the sites was Devil's Den. So Mary Grace was on one side, I was on the other, and Ashley was in the middle for a picture that they were taking. And all of our arms were wrapped around each other. So we could feel that hands were on our bodies. But then when the picture took, I felt a ghost actually grab my butt. And I swear this happened. And I still think about it to this day.
Girl, I believe you. That is so crazy, but also kind of comedically hilarious. That it's a freaking spirit roaming the earth. And he's like, well, got some juice in that caboose. Might as well take a little handful while I can.
Right. I'm like, I don't know if it was Union or Confederate, but I don't think it matters.
Oh, no, that soldier just wanted a little grab. So, hey, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. I probably would have done the same thing. Shoot.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's jump over to best Halloween celebration. Do you have a few or one that just sticks out in your memory?
Yeah, I really do. So it actually wasn't too long ago. It was 2022 Halloween. My husband and I, we went as Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit. And I just really recall us getting ready and prepared. He knows how to sew. We had a sewing machine at the time, and he literally sewed parts of his outfit. It was so good. We had the ears for him. He had taken a sweatshirt and another shirt and made it into fake overalls, but you just wore the one top. And then he had added a part of an Aldi bag that was like the green sort of seated part on the butt and a puffer ball to make it look like his little tail. It was perfect. I mean, I got M&M the hand things like gloves, and he spray painted them yellow. So it was perfect. And then we did his face makeup, and then with the hairspray that was like dyed red. It was super cool. And he helped me with mine. which normally I was solo dolo, like I always did all my own costumes, but he helped me and it was just so much fun. We got so many compliments, lots of applause. We were second runner up in the Halloween costume contest that was in Mystic Distillery over in Durham, North Carolina. But it was so much fun. It will forever live in infamy. I mean, we had a lot of good costumes. We've done Billy Butcherson and Winnie Sanderson. We also have done last year. He was a tree stump. We made that out of a barrel, essentially like a trash can. And I was Paul Bunyan. It's pretty ballerific. So we've had a lot of good ones. Captain Hook and Peter Pan. This year, you'll just have to stay tuned and see what we are this year.
Brittany, you are so good at just making your own costumes. So I can't wait to see what you come up with. For me, I mean, I don't really participate too often in Halloween, and I never really dress up. So I think one year I was feeling it. It might have been a warm year. Whenever it gets cold, I just kind of hibernate and I'm not in the best mood. But this year I was going all in and I got an inflatable pink pony costume. It was awesome. The kids loved it. And it was before that song came out, Pink Pony Club. But now that that song's been released, I feel like I can bring the costume back out and maybe even have a boombox inside playing that jam. So totally thinking about it. But the best Halloween experience I ever had, the Maryland Science Center always puts on a baller Halloween party. If you can get tickets to it, which it sells out so quickly, I totally recommend it. But a decade ago, I went with my friends. There were about 12 of us, and we were supposed to all wear animal onesies as kind of a collective group effort, but only 3 of us bought into the idea, and that I was one of those 3. I was a hedgehog, which I don't know why I chose that one, but it was cute and it was comfortable. Totally able to wear that even on my comfy days at home. So glad I got it. But yes, going to the Science Center, they have so many stages with so many artists performing. They also have the planetarium, which gets turned into a rave. The IMAX is going all night long. And then they have a rooftop dance party. So really, there's so many things you can do there. I can't recommend it highly enough. Go once in a lifetime. And Brittany, maybe you and I can buy tickets this coming year because I swear you will love it.
It sounds amazing. Honestly, like the planetarium is the perfect place I can imagine to rock out and celebrate Halloween. So good on you guys for picking something comfortable and cozy to wear so that way you could really enjoy yourself. The one thing I don't like sometimes about costumes is they're very uncomfortable, sometimes itchy, especially stuff with wigs. They're just really, I don't know, it sometimes depletes from the good times. So if you can be cozy, comfortable, and warm whilst enjoying the season, I mean, no better win.
No, it's true. Unless you're doing some hardcore drugs like Molly, then you might overheat. So I guess take that in consideration.
Yes, please do. Please do. Be cautious when indulging in narcotics for the spooky season, y'all. Don't play around.
Okay, the top 10 most haunted places in America. Now, there's several lists online, and it took me a while to kind of gather which could possibly be the top 10. So collectively, I saw a couple of repeat offenders. So let's start her off with number 10, the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. This is a ghost town and home to the legendary Jersey Devil, who supposedly roams the woods for centuries. For centuries, all. That's crazy. People have reported strange sounds and sightings, which honestly is enough to spook me, especially after seeing the Blair Witch Project as a kid.
Definitely. That sounds horrifying.
Number 9, Lilari Mansion in New Orleans. New Orleans is listed as one of the haunted cities of America, so no shock here. And yeah, this mansion had to make the list. It is in the heart of the French Quarter and has a dark past tied to Madame Delphi LaLaurie, who supposedly committed horrific acts in the 1800s. People report seeing cigar smoke and hearing ghostly moans in many of the rooms.
Ooh, naughty, naughty.
I should have dug into what horrific facts because I don't know. Is she a murderer? Is she just a bad mom? Like what horrific acts?
Combo, or it could be some sort of like ancient type of Eileen Bornos deal, where she's got a kind of hooker vibe and she's also a murker. Once she gets that cash, she makes sure you ain't coming back. Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie with Charlize Theron.
So
Totally
good.
worth catching.
Amazing.
Number 8, Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. This house was commissioned by Sarah Winchester, who was a widow of the Winchester gun family. The house is filled with doors that open to walls and staircases that lead nowhere. A maze-like mansion with tons of supernatural activities, since some believe she built the home to appease the ghosts that were killed by her family's guns.
Ooh, that is very, very creepy. Extremely creepy.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
mean, just the thought of just stairs going nowhere, and it's asking for portals to hell, in my opinion.
I would agree. I don't like that at all. And also that's just like purposeless architecture. Like really, like what a waste of wood and brick. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. How wasteful and worrisome, genuinely. I'm scared and I'm also kind of running the numbers and it's not making sense.
Number 7, St. Augustine Lighthouse in St. Augustine, Florida. This lighthouse is said to be visited by ghosts of children who died in an accident during construction. I don't know who's letting their kids around construction sites when it comes to lighthouse, but very tragic. People have heard laughter, mysterious footsteps, and seen shadowy figures in this lighthouse.
Oof. Creepy.
Number 6, Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia. Not a surprise since a lot of insane asylums tend to be haunted with the type of treatment and overcrowding they have in those centers. But this one saw a lot of the overcrowding and abuse and a lot of tragic deaths. People have reported coming in contact with several restless spirits of former patients and heard unexplained screams throughout the halls.
Goodness. Yeah. No, no, thank you. I mean, asylum, it doesn't have to be spooky season. I'm already getting scared. I'm getting freaked out. Like, I feel like the vibes are there. They were already not mentally well on earth and then they're deceased. I don't know if that clears up after your soul passes on or what, but wow. Yeah, I would be terrified.
Yeah, plus I think when they had those tuberculosis outbreaks, they would shove those people in the same facilities as these crazies, and of course, death ensued.
Mm.
Number 5, Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. This one is famous for the murder where Lizzie Borden was suspected of killing her dad and stepmom with a hatchet in the August of 1892. It was kind of up in the air who the real assailant was, but with Lizzie trying to purchase poison previously and trying to burn her dress afterwards, I mean, nothing screams murder more than that. People are able to stay the night at this house and report hearing footsteps and even hearing ghostly whispers of Lizzie herself. Fun fact, the 4th season of Monsters will be coming out in the future. They are shooting in the year of 2026 and it's about Lizzie Borden. So mark your calendars and catch that when it comes out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've heard about her before and I would like to read about her more, but I will not be staying at her property. That's for sure.
I don't know what type of person actually wants to sign up and spend the night in someone's haunted house. I mean, it's a fun idea, but do you want to have PTSD the rest of your life?
No, not I. I already have enough.
Exactly. Number 4, Myrtle's Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. It's rumored to be built on Native American burial grounds and a site of multiple untimely deaths. There's been many site leads of a ghostly woman named Chloe and mysterious handprints on mirrors.
Yeah, there's a lot of handprints on my mirror, but it's because I'm leaning in trying to pluck my chin hair. I don't know if I would feel safe if they're just appearing out of nowhere and no one's been touching it. I'd be like, Pardon me. Why are you touching the glass? Stop it. How are you producing fingerprints, babe? What? Make it make sense.
I mean, honestly, an unclean mirror pisses me off, so I think I'd be more angered than anything.
Oh gosh, same. Especially when people be taking selfies in a dirty mirror. I'm like, man, even if you aren't close to some Windex, like do a little spit shine on that bad boy. Like it just, no one likes to see the toothpaste splatter.
Oh, God, no. Number three, RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. This one has a lot of World War II history. The engine room and fourth floors are particularly active with paranormal activity, with reports of sudden cold drafts, unexplained voices, and even a woman roaming around in a red dress.
Ooh, lady in red is haunting me. Cheek to cheek.
Shoot, I mean, just the fact they can see the red on her dress, that spooks me out.
Yeah, I know, right? Aren't ghosts supposed to be black and white? Come on now. Hello.
Exactly. Number two is the Stanley House in Estes Park, Colorado. This house actually inspired Stephen King to write The Shining, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, this is the time of year to turn it on. Jack Nicholson, freaking one of the best performances I've ever seen of his. But anywho, people have heard piano music playing. They have seen Flora Stanley herself in the billiard room. And then ghostly children were caught running the halls.
No, gosh. No, I don't like that. The Shining, I agree, amazing movie, but I'll just watch it on TV. I don't need to go to these spots. And I love haunted houses, but I think I like the idea of knowing that it's not real. When you have enough ghostly encounters, you don't like to invite that type of stuff to you.
No, I think when it's real and it's from another dimension or another realm, it's creepy because you have to think about this actually exists. And people are already on the fence whether ghosts are real or not. So to actually be in a circumstance where you have to be convinced that they are, I mean, it's not favorable.
It's not.
All right, guys. Number one, do you have any guess, Brittany, what the last one is, the top of the list?
Oh, dang. I want to say some sort of like ravine or like mine where like people got buried alive or something. Maybe like coal country or a gold mine out in the West. I'm not positive.
Okay, I mean, some good guesses. But the number one most haunted place in America is the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It was famous for its solitary confinement and horrible punishments. Several groups of paranormal investigators have inspected this location and confirm it's one of the most active sites they have ever been to. Ghost Hunters even did an episode there where they saw shadowy figures pacing along the prison walls. They were even grabbed. I mean, I think whenever a ghost gets physical, like they did with you, it's gone too far. It's gone too far. Like keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, especially me, assaulted.
No, really though. Oh,
They said they even saw an apparition of a woman known as the Soap Lady, and I'm like, what did she do with that soap?
no, seriously. It's a prison and soap. Whoa.
I know they say don't drop it. So, Miss, what exactly were you doing?
That part.
I recommend checking out this place if you're ever in the Philadelphia area. It's a really cool building, and it's right next to the Philadelphia Museum of Art, which is famous for Rocky running up the stairs. There's even a statue of Rocky out front. It's so amazing. I think it's one of the best art museums as well. So, best art museum, most haunted place, can't beat that. And plus, the surrounding area, they have some really good food. My cousin and I didn't go to the penitentiary, but we did have some good brunch.
Yum, delicious. Yeah, always gotta make it better by adding some food in the mix. Like when I'm scared, I'm going to start eating. Like I'll put a sandwich in between me and the spirit. All right, you know, like you can't get through my BLT, Wardy. It won't happen. Take that with a pickle spear.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Thank you so much for all those ballerific countdowns for us. That was pretty cool. Now I know all the places I won't be going, but I appreciate you. Well, I just want to talk about kind of a little bit about the history of Halloween, right? So it's actually a Celtic holiday. It's called Samhain, and Sam is for summer, Heim slash Foin, Foin, means the end. So literally summer's end. It's celebrated on November 1st, which is marking the ending of the harvest time and the beginning of the quote unquote dark half of the year. So yeah, we see the sun slipping away, be it in the front of the time or the end of the day. We know. So maybe they just had to put something fun where you kind of dress up and eat candy to make it worth the while of getting cold and seeing the trees go bare. Who knows? But the night of October 31st was thought to be when the boundary between the living and the dead became blurred, and the veil was at its thinnest, allowing spirits to come back to Earth. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We were talking about how spirits come, and spirits are going to be here regardless whether we want them to be or not. But they say that actually on Halloween, All Hallows Eve, is when the veil is the thinnest. So that's when they're going to come around the most. And honestly, genuinely, it makes sense. You know, summer's coming to a close. It's before the holly jolly jingle jangle of Christmas. And then, of course, the lonely January, February, March, until it gets happy again with April showers bringing May flowers. But as far as the rituals are concerned for Samhain, lots of bonfires took place to ward off evil spirits, and I'm assuming warm that booty, as well as wearing masks and costumes. That's to disguise yourself from the mischievous spirits. So yeah, any of those ghost jokers, you ain't gonna catch me because you don't know it's me. I'm dressed up as Donald Duck, so good luck with that, boss. As harvest comes to a close, it is also a reminder for introspection as a way to honor death and rebirth and to reflect and remember the wisdom of our ancestors. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's kind of a rebirth because we're entering a new season. Other stuff is dying off. Other stuff is growing. But actually, if you know anything about trees, they say they actually have to kind of shed so they aren't producing, and it puts more nutrients back into the ground. So whenever it does warm back up again, they're ready to rock. So it's actually a purposeful time. And, you know, you can't help what happens during the seasons. The earth is what the earth is. So if it gets cold and dark, that's what happens. But the trees have found a way to make that a benefit and turn it into something awesome. But some more about Halloween, you guys. Let's just jump on in here. I'm going to ask you, Nick, as well as the audience, a few of these questions, and you give me your best answer. Of course, we might not know, but if we do, awesome. If not, we're going to learn. We're going to learn today, you guys. So, question 1, in which state do they grow the most amount of pumpkins? What do you think, Nick?
I mean, I got to think Midwest, Central America. They're all about that farm life. So I want to say Ohio, just because I know Iowa is more about that corn, and Indiana, I think they're about that corn as well. So yeah, let's go Ohio.
You are dang close, girl. Midwest is correct. It's actually Illinois.
Oh, wow.
We were there not too long ago. I know, right? In 2022, the state produced 630 million pounds. And that's gorgeously huge. Get it?
Nice one, Britt.
Appreciate it. Number 2, how often does a full moon appear on Halloween night, do you think?
Maybe once every decade.
That's a pretty good guess, but you would nearly have to double it. It's not quite 2 decades, not 20 years, but 19. Yeah, 19 years for you to get a full moon illumination on your Halloween. So, yeah, gotta wait some time for it, but it's always worth it. It's always worth it.
What's worth it? Having the real ghouls come out, and by that I mean the people acting a little nutty.
Yeah, you're always going to have that regardless. It doesn't have to be a holiday. It doesn't have to be summer, winter, spring, fall. They're going to be out there in an asylum or not. They're out there. So y'all be safe. Y'all be careful for realies. When did the song Monster Mash make its debut?
Oh, geez. I want to say, now this is crazy because one of my friends, Thomas, he is putting on this play where it's called Inebriated History, and it has a bunch of drunk people retelling historic Halloween stories. And one of them is about the Monster Mash. So I'd already gotten a prequel to that, but I don't remember the year. I'll say maybe 1967.
You were really, really close. It's actually 1962, but definitely same decade. So good on you. Only 5 year spread. So
I'm doing really well, I think. I mean, how am I supposed to really be able to peg these answers? I mean, coming close, I feel like, oh, I'm a good guesser.
I would agree with you. I would agree. All right. Which magician died on Halloween?
Now, this one I saw, I was kind of looking through fun facts to talk about on the show. And I mean, how many famous magicians are there that we don't know about that aren't still living? So I'm going to go with Houdini.
You're correct. It is Harry Houdini back in 1926, which randomly is the inverted of 62 when the MASH came out. So kind of random, but Halloween is that, you guys.
Do you know how he died?
I didn't write it down.
Let's see. I thought maybe Harry Houdini died because he couldn't get out of like handcuffs in a tank of water, but he actually died from appendicitis. What a shame.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough. I've had an appendectomy before, and it was so needed because it was horrible. I was cycle vomiting. I'm a big cycle vomiter, whether it's vertigo, freaking I don't even know, stomach bug. It's awful. So yeah, no bueno. I feel bad for him, but goodness, we at least have all the memories. Or I mean, they did. We weren't there then, but the recorded documentation of his life and works.
He's a legend that's living on in his memory of that.
Amen. Literally. So, what did candy corn used to be called before it was obviously called candy corn?
Disgusting garbage.
Hater.
I freaking hate candy corn. Like, if I don't even trust anyone who says they like it, honestly. If I were to make another guess, I would just say clown candy.
That's a good guess. And I actually asked Matt last night what he thought, and he said vampire teeth. And I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like that. But actually, it was called chicken feed. But it was renamed after World War I. So pretty cool. And actually, if you look at it and you've seen chicken feed, it kind of really does look like that. So makes sense. Yes. So now, which state do you think has the biggest Halloween parade?
I'm trying to think of a state that actually goes gung ho, and I think, Salem, Massachusetts. I'm going to say that one, Massachusetts, because I can't think of another area that really like balls out.
I'm going to be honest, that's what I was thinking too. But according to the interwebs, it is New York City.
The one thing that came to mind was the Macy's Day Parade.
Yes.
And so I naturally was like, New York. But how often are they putting on these big productions of parades? Holy crap.
No, literally. That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, dang, they just won't let anyone else have parades. That's their thing. They've claimed it. Well, whatever. No one knows about it. So it almost doesn't even matter. We only know about the giant floats and the bands and the dancers of the Macy's Day Parade. Now, what costume do you think is the most popular for adults? And also, what costume is the most Googled?
Most popular costume for adults. Now, I feel like women always want to be slutty on Halloween. I don't know. I would probably say ghost just because it's easy to just throw a white sheet over yourself and call it a costume. So I'm going to say that one, even though I know girls like to do it up with the attire.
Yeah, well, truth be told, you're not wrong because ghosts And scarecrows and witches are very, in my mind, like associated with Halloween, werewolves and vampires as well. But apparently it's witches. Witches is the most popular costume for adults, probably because it's super simple too. You grab a broom and a hat and you donezo. But apparently it's also the most Googled costume is a witch. So I don't know why that is necessarily, but whatever's clever. I like witches.
Yeah, interesting about the Google. Maybe it's just kind of getting that cross search when it comes to people just trying to find out about witches in general. They're fascinating. There's lots of movies about them. So that could also be the reason why.
No, I would agree with you. And the last question. Which state has a statue of Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th at the bottom of a lake?
Like it's under the water?
Yeah, it's under the water. You got to go to the bottom to look at it.
Oh, so you got to go scuba diving?
Indeed.
Oh, so people actually do. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's like part of now an attraction down there.
Lake Placid?
No, but that's a good guess. Try to think of a state with the most amount of lakes. Like that's their coin thing. They're called a fame or whatever.
Minnesota is the state of 10,000, right?
Yep. So you're indeed correct. It is Minnesota in a town called Crosby. A diver named Doug Klein built the statue and then tethered it to the bottom of a mine pit in 2013. So other divers could go down and view it.
Wow. That's fun. Thanks for the assist on the answer.
So there is that little few Halloween holiday facts for you with the help of my buddy, my boo.
All right. So now we're going to jump in to what might be your favorite section. We're going to taste some Jelly Bellies that people have been combining online and talking about. I'm really not into candy. I really actually hate jelly beans, but Jelly Bellies are a little different in my opinion. And I don't mind every now and again dip my hand in that jelly bean bag. So, Brett, I think you're going to lead this off since you kind of discovered this little game that we're going to play.
Oh, yes, girl. So Jelly Bellies are one of like literally the only quote unquote edible jelly beans. Now, I'm a ruthless warrior when it comes to candy. I eat every type of candy. I do like candy corn. I do like Peeps. Yes, I'm one of those freaks. I don't care. I even eat Good and Plenty's. Judge me if you want to. But Jelly Bellies really are genuinely notoriously delicious. And you can do a few flavor combinations to make it even more delicious. So we have the traditional bag with the regular mix. And we are going to put the blueberry with the buttered popcorn. And those together apparently make the flavor of blueberry pie.
A blueberry pie?
Yes. You want to try it out?
I'm trying it out. Do you got to like grind them together?
Yeah, I think so. I think you kind of got to moisten it and mash. Moisten and mash. The monster mash.
I honestly couldn't tell you what I'm tasting right now. I definitely taste the blueberry. And I taste the popcorn. I guess I can get it. I get it, but
yeah,
I'm not getting it.
I get it. It tastes like that to me.
Yeah, well, you're a master of pies, so I feel like this is your specialty. So if anyone's gonna taste the flavors of blueberry pie, it'd be you.
It's true.
All right, what's the next one? What do we got next?
Lemon, lime, and tangerine apparently kind of tastes like a margarita. So I know we're leaving the summer months, but hey, we can always enjoy a margarita or at least a margarita flavor anytime we want. So lemon, lime, and tangerine mixed together.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell which one's tangerine because there's like 3 different orange ones. So, if you get sun-kissed orange or sun-kissed tangerine, I don't even know if it matters, but here we go.
Probably not.
Down the hatch.
Similar flavor profile, I would assume.
A bunch of citrus. And I hate citrus. I honestly hate it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. My least favorite combination.
Oh, my God. I think it's so good.
I don't even know how you'd tell the difference if it was orange or tangerine.
Me neither. But it's good. It kind of does give me a margarita vibe. You just got to put a tinge of like floor cleaner or something to give it that tequila buzz. Just like, yeah. Little bit of agave or something.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably what it's missing, the tequila, because I'm not necessarily tasting margarita.
No,
Mm-mm.
word. I feel you on that.
Maybe
That
I'm
makes
used to
sense.
licking the salt rim of my glass, and that's what's throwing me.
That's it. We gotta do a little salt on the hand before, and that's how you get the real authentic flavor of margarita via Jelly Belly jelly beans. And although it is Halloween, and you would associate jelly beans with more of an Easter candy, no, sorry. Once again, just like margaritas, you can consume them year round. They are good, and actually, some people still pass them out for Halloween. So whatever's clever. Also, I went to Sam's Club the other day and I got 2 big bags of Halloween candy, 200 pieces each bag for $17.50 for 1 bag. So that was the lowest price I've seen around for some decent stuff. They did not have the Reese's, which is a little disappointing, but they did have the Snickers, the Twix, and Milky Way. They also had the Three Musketeers, whatever, but that really could have done us a solid if that was Kit Kat or Reese's instead. But it is what it is. Anywho, my fault. Next will be the cinnamon, the hot cinnamon, and the toasted marshmallow. That apparently is going to give you kind of like a cinnamon toast crunch. Now, I don't know if that's more of cinnamon toast crunch cereal or cinnamon toast crunch shot, but I'm thinking with the spiciness, it's probably going to more like the fireball or like the shot.
Yeah, I would say definitely the cinnamon toast crunch shot is
Right?
what they're going after. But maybe the cereal too. I mean, they're supposed to be similar, right?
Right.
Now for
I don't know. I
me,
feel like you need 2 toasted coconut or toasted marshmallows for that.
oh no, you're right. I should have grabbed two because the cinnamon is overpowering the
Dang.
combination.
I mean, it's good, but yeah, definitely more overpowering. Like I would say, it's a little strong.
No, actually, I think I liked that one the most out of all of them so far. And I'm not a huge spicy cinnamon fan. Like those red hot balls that were
Love
also
them,
considered candy. No, absolutely
love
not.
them.
No.
I love them, girl.
Mm-mm. I mean, even Big Red. I mean, I used to, chew a lot of Big Red back in the day. I think as kids, we used to like lick the silver wrappers and put them on our foreheads for some reason, just to
Yeah,
see our face turn red. I
red
don't
and
know.
burn.
I don't know why that was a thing.
I don't know why either. And sometimes I would chew the wrappers. Now they're all like papered. They don't have the foil on there, but it would like react with my feelings, and I feel like I could pick up radio stations and communicate with aliens. So if you're a non-believer in ghosts, you might also be a non-believer in aliens, or vice versa. Maybe you believe in ghosts and don't believe in aliens, or you believe in aliens and don't believe in ghosts. Well, I'm here to tell you my opinion, and it's that both exist. So just know that from me.
All right, what's the next combo, Britt?
Next combo is cotton candy and juicy pear.
Now, Juicy Pear is my ultimate favorite Jelly Belly. I mean, it was one of
Ooh.
those newer flavors that they released after Jelly Belly was already a thing. So I don't know if it was the flair of a new combo in one jelly bean, but it is delicious.
Divine. Give it the old world ski.
What was the other flavor?
Supposed to be cotton candy.
It's supposed to be. Again, it's kind of hard to pick which one is which because the colors, there's several of them.
Like bubble gum and all. It does kind of taste like Fruity Pebbles though, because I mean it's just sugary fruit.
No, I'm actually liking that one.
Me too.
I
I
like
was
that
thinking
one.
that. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's fresh. That's very
Hmm.
fruity, clean. It's nice.
No, that was really good. I mean, I don't know if it's because Juicy Pear was my favorite. And so just a little extra hint of another flavor might have been an excellent compliment, but
Delicious. We should do the booze pairing for it too. Like, which wine goes with this cheese? Which jelly belly goes with this cocktail? More on that later. We'll
no,
we'll do some experimenting this weekend. We'll get some developments
right? Oh my God. Go into the lab and start playing real games.
on everything. All
All
right,
right.
cool. So it looks like the last one is coconut and Tutti Frutti, which is my favorite Jelly Belly. I always love the Tutti Frutti. I like the way it looks. I like the way it tastes. It was always, and I really like the strawberry cheesecake too, which they kind of look similar.
They do.
Yeah. The 2 bad boys. and pop them in. And apparently that's going to be a Miami Vice.
Like the drink?
Yeah, like strawberry daiquiri with the pina colada.
Oh yeah, I taste it. Is that coconut really kicking?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that.
Well, you said that one was your favorite flavor, the Tutti Frutti, so it makes sense. Even though I'm kind of tasting bubble gum right now. Did I grab the wrong one?
No, I'm kind of tasting bubblegum too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like it started off, strong with that coconut, but I think the more I chewed, the more I was tasting bubble gum, which they have their own flavor of bubble gum, so I don't get it.
And I know that was Tutti Frutti because I know that one. It's like the light pink with the yellow, the blue, and the reddish on the outside. So I know it.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely picked the right one. So that was interesting.
Yeah, who knew? Tutti Frutti plus coconut gives you bubblegum.
Oh, wow. Well, that was fun, Brittany. I
That
mean,
was.
again, I don't normally ever eat candy, and I wasn't totally on board with this whole combo trial, but I'm glad we did it. And now I'm like hooked on the sugar. So now I'm just gonna go like balls deep in this bowl over here and keep going on this. And it doesn't look like it's too bad. It's like fat free, but 27 pieces is 110 calories. Not bad with carbohydrates, 28.
Gluten free. Pretty sure they're nut free, all that. So, hey, I mean, not like that's any of a factor for myself. I eat nuts and I eat gluten. But if you're somebody that is allergic or intolerant, maybe check it out. Jelly Bellies, like I said, year-round type of deal. We don't put no limitations on Jelly Bellies. That's all year.
Nope. And Halloween, it's for candy, and Jelly Bellies are candy. So it makes sense to me. Well, that was fun. This whole episode was a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We kept it light, no news. So,
Sometimes no news is good news. Although we do want to wrap it up by saying, don't forget, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And not only that, but as the day gets darker and shorter, we want to make sure for all of our lovely lady listeners, triple L, lovely lady listeners, that they take special precautions as, the day gets darker. Make sure that you fuel up and go to the ATM, any of that during the day, during daylight hours. If you can, make sure you can do that. Make sure your tires are good, your oil's changed, all that. Just make sure, be very aware of your surroundings. Put your phone down and maybe get that icy hot spray up, because I read recently, a friend had posted that if you do not have pepper spray, you can use icy hot spray and it kind of works the same. She said, ask me how I know. I said, later. I definitely need the deets. Please be careful. Please be safe out there. As Nick was saying earlier, lots of nutty buddies around, ghouls and fools.
you said domestic violence, though, right?
Yeah, it's domestic violence. I mean, but it's just kind of paired together. Just women being safe.
Oh,
With
okay.
yeah, you're right, though.
I was going to say, I think what's threatening in that case is being home with a husband that beats you. So I'm like, going to the ATM might be like a blessing to get out of the house with dude.
No, girl, you are 100% correct. No, it's both. It's both domestic violence within the home and obviously just violence or attacks outside of the home. So you're not wrong.
Women.
Thank you for saying that, Nick, bridging that, because I kind of just went straight into like, be careful outside too. Yeah, it's like, no, you might gotta be careful inside. So either way, be careful, be cautious. And if you have any female friends, look for signs. Always make sure that you're talking and bringing awareness to this type of stuff. It's very important. Yeah. All year round, just like Jelly Bellies, all year round, this stuff matters.
It does. Remember that time in Atlantic City, Brittany, where we were on the boardwalk and there was some creep that was kind of lingering around behind us, and we were a little disturbed. But then next second, we know we had this guy who happened to be selling tasers, and he offered us one of them for our 2-for-1 special. We only bought one, and you were conned into it. But I think the main thing is that this character was right by dude. So I don't know if it was some type of scam where, they were working as a duo to be able to sell these tasers, but you got them, and I mean, we didn't have to use them, but they were pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. You're not wrong. I wonder if they were kind of like a little tag team operation. Like, this creeper is going to follow you around, and then this knight in shining armor is going to be like, hey, look, I actually happen to have these for sale. So if you're trying to get away from creepers and potential pervs, you could just, here you go. Zzz, zzz.
It was too convenient for them not to be a team just to make an extra buck.
Yeah, it worked. It worked on me. So good for that. I don't know where that thing is. So I might have to get another one or apparently get some icy hot spray.
Shoot, yeah, it might be easier just to do that.
Yeah, that's probably just at the CVS.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. And I hope everybody has a happy but safe Halloween.
Amen. Indeed, indeed. Be safe and enjoy. Have a very happy Halloween.